Pantry, and tonight, it's after work. Tonight I have a little bit of a chore to do, but I'm happy to do it because I'm gonna save money. So I've been trying to give you some tips on saving money and at the grocery store and shopping tips and all that. And I'm really gonna focus on that because I think it's super important right now, the way things are going. So that being said, I'm going to be freezer banking some chicken that I got on sale, okay? So I showed you this in my haul, I believe. No, maybe I didn't. I went back. So my last grocery haul, I bought chicken wings and thighs that I got on sale, and for 99 cents a pound. I packaged up the thigh or the wings and all that and got them in the freezer. But I thought, you know what? I need to go back because the next time I can chicken, which I just did a huge batch of half pint, squatty half pint jars. I did like 25 jars. I think that video is coming up soon, or I just uploaded it. I'm not sure. So where this is going to land in the thing, but I think this should come up first. So I had most of that chicken already in the freezer, cubed up, ready to go. So it made quick work of my canning session. I didn't have to do all this and then tomorrow do something else. It was already prepped. So I'm kind of doing that prep a day. It might be a couple months in advance, you never know, or a month in advance. So I'm gonna cube up some chicken breast and thighs for canning purposes. And then the other container, I'm probably gonna cook it off. I've got my son and his family are coming, and one of his, well, I don't know if it's his favorite memory, but he certainly likes it, when we would have baked chicken for dinner because it was easy. I knew my kids would eat it, and so we'll do a baked chicken night just for memory purposes. So tonight I'm gonna save the bones too. The bones off of these thighs and breast, which were 99 cents a pound. Typically, okay, you're paying for packaging, so you have to keep that in mind. It's just the way they do things now, but you know, you're not buying it out of a meat case for 99 cents a pound. Put it on a piece of parchment or butcher paper, and there you go. We're paying for this styrofoam packaging, but the bone and the skin, I will be saving in another Ziploc bag. I already have one started in the freezer for bone broth. And chicken stock. So you're getting 2 bangs for the same buck. So 4 stock for chicken stock. Or bone broth, I know what I mean. And then the month and year, which it won't last. And I will be getting ready to do a stock video for you guys. If you're interested, leave me a comment down below if you want to see how I do, typically how I do my chicken stock or my bone broth for canning, because I do need to put some on the shelf. I buy this all the time at Costco. I might as well take advantage of what some people would be throwing away. I'm not going to throw away anything. It's all going to go into, so boneless, skinless chicken breasts are expensive. Right now, they're super expensive. And the cheapest I can get them is $2.19, I think, a pound. And so this was 99 cents a pound. These are, well, as my friend Lisa would say, that's a frankenboop. So, okay. And I've got a glove on just for easy cleanup. So I'm gonna cut that skin off, and I'm gonna bring it in close so you can see exactly what I'm doing, and know that I am going to be so excited to have this in my freezer, and know that I have saved money. Number one, it was on sale. I bought enough of it that I could do a huge canner load of chicken if I wanted to, but my son's coming, so we're gonna have dinner for 99 cents a pound as well, a full family dinner. But 2 of these packages will go in the freezer for a canner load. All right, when I start depleting, I've already eaten one of those squatty half pints. When I start, you know, using up that chicken for meals, whether it's chicken salad or chicken soup or stir fry or a casserole or anything I'm using it for, or even chicken nuggets. You can make chicken nuggets with canned chicken. Just saying. Did you want me to make that video? I keep saying I'm going to, and I don't. So I need to do it. Leave me a comment. Maybe it'll encourage me to go ahead. All right, so let's get in here. I'll bring the camera in and you can see what I'm doing. Alrighty, I've got my Pampered Chef. This is the slicer. This knife is like my favorite, and I just sharpened it with the Pampered Chef sharpener, or not Pampered Chef, Rada. It's a Rada knife. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what I'm thinking. Actually, I was just watching one of Jenny's videos, and she was using a Pampered Chef knife. It was a wavy knife. Okay, so this is the breast, and I want to get it off the bone. I'm still going to leave some meat on there, so I'm not going to get too picky about it, because, and you could use a fillet knife for this too. I want some meat to flavor that stock. Remember, we're going to be making stock or broth or whatever you want to call it. Bone broth. Yeah. So, there you go. And we're going to cut right down. I mean, it's pretty simple. There's rib meat on this too, so you're going to kind of have to go around that area. Do you see how I'm doing it? And then get that right off there. Like I said, a fillet knife would be fine as well, but this is almost like a really good fillet knife. And there you have. So this right here, this would make delicious chicken soup. You've got that bone, that cartilage, a little bit of fat. And we're putting the fat and everything into our stock. So then I'm just going to go ahead and cut this breast meat into cubes, because that's what I'm going to be doing with it. Now, if you wanted to use it for, let's say you wanted to make chicken parmesan, you would cut that into a couple different cutlets. Here's your tenderloin if you want to get that tenderloin out of there for, you know, something special, because those are delicious. They're so good. You know, if you wanted to make some chicken tenders, oh, yeah, moist, lovely. I buy chicken tenders from Costco, so I don't mind leaving some of this in there. You know, you get that little cartilage almost. I mean, it's not hard. It's kind of soft. I don't mind leaving them in there because I know this is going to be for canning. So let's get this cubed up, and I figure about a pound of chicken per pint is your rule of thumb. But honestly, because I don't put as much chicken in the jar, and I add broth because that's how I like it. I typically am getting 3/4 of a pound, which is totally more than enough for me. Okay. Or for anything that I'm going to do. If I need more, I just open another jar. Okay. Or a squatty half pint jar if I need, you know. So that's just one chicken breast. Okay. Let me get that bag open and we'll get that out of the way and start on the next one. All right, so I'm on the next one, and what I did, I have one bag with the bone and a little bit of meat left on it, and the skin for the bone broth, and the other bag is for my prepping, canning prep, I'll just call that, and it's gonna be nice. It was so nice, and the reason I really thought of this was that canning session that I just did. Most of that chicken was a bag that I had intended to start a canning thing, and I got distracted with something else and could not get to it. So I threw the whole bag of cube chicken in the freezer and said I'll do it another day. And when that day came, oh my gosh, it was so easy. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that from now on. When I know that I'm going to use this for canning, I'm just going to do it that way. Okay, so I find where that bone is again and get underneath there. Yeah. And so nice to have. You can't get bone in, skin on chicken breast very often. You know, they usually bone them all out and sell them for a premium, but I do enjoy them grilled. I enjoy them baked. As long as they're not overcooked, just perfectly done is my favorite because they stay moist. The bone is on there. It adds extra flavor. It's kind of like a bone-in pork chop. I think you need it. So see, there's plenty of meat on that. And I could cherry pick all that off there, but I don't want to. I want to put that into the bag with the other bone. The other bones. I'm going to have plenty. Now, since I did the 2 chickens, the other chicken thighs that I did, I don't think I showed that on camera. Maybe I did, but I have that bag of bones. I'll have this bag of bones. I've got enough to do a nice batch of stock. And, yeah. So, the ugly chicken for the win. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the best. And I really enjoy mixing both the thigh meat and the breast meat in the ugly chicken, or the, I say ugly chicken, sorry. It's kind of coined that phrase, Lisa Sutton over at Sutton's Days. And I used to be that person that didn't want to can it that way because of the looks of it. But I'm telling you, I am a believer. I actually prefer it. It stays moist. It's not stringy. You know, the other stuff gets literally, even though it's canned in liquid, it does not have the same texture and or mouthfeel, and I just don't think you get as good a product. I really would rather it be more moist. So in this bag, this is the meat bag, just meat. We're going to go ahead and get that breast in there. I'm going to get this other breast done, and then I'll show you how I do the thighs. And yeah, that's how I'm spending my evening tonight. Okay, so these thighs, this first package of thighs that I'm opening up, I'm actually trimming them up, and I'm putting them in a Ziploc for dinner tomorrow. So if they've got an excess amount of fat, I'm going to trim that off, put it in my, or skin, you know, this is like excessive. That's going into the bag for, and if I was doing a competition barbecue or something, I'd trim it up even more, but I'm just going to do a quick trim and get those in a bag, and I can decide whether I'm marinating or I'm not. Now, why would I put all that fat in my broth? Well, that fat is a flavor, chicken flavor. So, yeah, I'm going to use it. I'm not wasting anything. And then I'm going to skim that fat off, okay? I will skim all the fat off and save it for cooking. So you're getting really 3 byproducts out of this chicken. You're getting the fat to cook with. You can make the most amazing biscuits, dumplings, anything you need a fat to start it with, to fry potatoes, anything. It's free fat. You might as well use it. And if you hand-picked your chicken and you're buying free range, or, you know, quality chicken that you trust, then you know where that fat came from. It's not, you know, it's not processed and all the things that, I don't know, it's not, I don't know. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's not, but it makes me feel better that I'm not wasting any of it. So, and then I can get this package out to the trash. The trash comes tomorrow morning, so that one's pretty trim. And this chicken is so cold, my hands hurt. That's how cold this chicken is. My garage refrigerator is cold. Okay, and one more. So I just make sure, yeah, that I'm getting all of that. Because I am going to, like I said, I'm going to save the fat off the top. I will save that, and you can freeze it. You can, I've actually canned it before, but you can freeze it. You can research how to save chicken fat. Schmaltz is what they call it. You can research on your own how to save that if you like, or, you know. Anyway, okay, so now I'm moving on to the package of chicken thighs I'm going to bone for you. Okay, so chicken thighs. These are thighs that, this last package that I'm going to bone for the freezer for my next canning session that I want to do either meals, you know, like a meal starter, or just plain chicken, you know, to have on the shelf. I like it. I like to have flavored items on the shelf, but I really enjoy having, and I'm cutting the excess fat off, but I want some of that fat because that's what makes the whole, combining the chicken breast and the thigh meat. I love all of it. It just makes for a really good product. Okay, so now I can cut this up now and cube it like I did the breast, which I probably will. But if you were just boning this out for, let's say, stir fries or something else, because you're freezer banking, not for canning, then you don't have to cube it. Again, I'm going to leave some meat on that bone. And this is my second package, or third, that I've got in the freezer. I think I've got some rotisserie stuff. I'm going to make some delicious bone broth. So I cube that up. And that's how easy it is. Oh my goodness. Yes. Please. Chicken thighs. I love to use chicken thigh meat in stir fries and almost everything. So I'll show you one more. So I get the girly out, and peel that back. See, there's so much skin left on there, so you're paying for all that. And I'm not opposed to eating chicken skin. In fact, if you've never done this, if you want to be really decadent, you can take chicken skin like this, take it off of there, lightly bread it, and season it, and fry it, and till it's crisp, and you're like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's delicious. But is it the best for you? Probably not. Nope. Probably not. But it's not the worst thing that ever happened either. So, okay, so you're just going to go down both sides of that bone, literally. And you kind of come in underneath it. You're almost, you're deboning it. And you're getting around that cartilage. You don't want that in the mix. That's going in the bone broth. Okay. And if you do get a little bit of cartilage there, just throw that in there. It's okay. And the meat will actually render a lot of flavor. So, all right. So I'm just going to continue on. When I'm all done, I'm going to show you what my results are. And I'm going to give you some ideas. All right, guys. I am all about saving money. I always have been, and I'm going to help you save some money and keep your freezer stocked. Keep things, because there might be a week there won't be anything on sale, or that you can't get what you need. If you've already got it put back, you're one step ahead of everyone else. All right. All right. I've always wanted that extra money in my pocket, not just, saying, oh, I guess I want chicken tonight. I'm going to pay premium prices. I just could never wrap my brain around that. So, there you go. I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I am done. And so this is my second bag. And this is all the bones. the meat next to the bone. I don't shave that off. You can if you want to, but that's going to add such good chicken flavor into your stock, so I don't do that. The cartilage, the fat, everything. And I am saving I'm going to skim the fat, and I'm going to save that. You can freeze it. You can leave it in the refrigerator for a very long time. It's like bacon fat, you know what I mean? You render it off, so it's rendered from the meat. So this will go in the freezer for my stock or bone broth, and I have another bag. Actually, I have 2 bags just like this, possibly 3. I have some backs and stuff like that. Add that carrot, celery, onion. I'll bring you along. Okay, if you want, leave a comment down below if you want to see that. And then a full big gallon bag full of meat, already prepped for a canning session. Now, if I was going to do this for just, let's say, stir fry, soup, a crock pot thing, any of that, I could have not cut it up in cubes or cubed it however you want, and put it into quart bags or, you know, portion bags for meals and done it that way. But I've got this earmarked for the next canning session. When I see that I have depleted, excuse me, if I've depleted the equivalent to, you know, 5 or 6 pints of chicken, I'm gonna do another canning session, and I can do my small batch, which is 7 pints at a time, in my small All-American canner. I have a link down below in my Amazon store. You can go check it out. It is my favorite canner out of every canner I've ever owned. I love that. It's small, it's not heavy. I can get 7-pint jars out of it or 4 quarts, but I typically don't do the quarts in there. If I'm gonna do quarts, I'm gonna do 7 quarts in the big one. But 7 pints, and I'll do, you know, I'll do 7 more pints. Either I'll do meal starters, soups, whatever I'm going to do with this. But this is going in the freezer. Everything's labeled, and it's all good to go. That's funny. I got these labeled. I put them in the wrong bags, so I get it relabeled. Anyway, guys, I hope that it inspires you to take advantage of the sales and don't waste any of it. So I'm not wasting any of the bone, the skin, any of that. That fat is good to make biscuits with. It's good to use to fry potatoes, to saute vegetables. Anything you do with cooking oil, or, you know, that you're cooking with, obviously it's not as healthy for us as maybe olive oil, but we may not be able to get it. Not too long ago, I went and I couldn't find olive oil that I could afford, or that I wanted to afford. Let's put it that way. I could afford it, but I didn't want to pay that. And that might be coming down the pike. So I'm just hedging my bets moving forward because of what's going on in the world, and you know, and I'm being thrifty. I'm getting every penny out of every penny that I spend. So if you'd like some more tips on vegetables and meats, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'll try to give you some trips and tips, some tricks and tips. And this was 99 cents a pound. And I'm gonna end up with some rendered fat that I can use for biscuits. It's typically what I use it for. So, or dumplings, you can use it in your dumplings. Oh my gosh, for chicken and dumplings, yeah, you need chicken fat. All right, guys, I can't wait to see you next time for some more tips and tricks. No, and another video on how to save money, putting things back now at today's sale price, and trying to get your pantry and your freezer. I consider my freezer part of my pantry, but everything's stocked up. Keep it full, keep it rotating, and now I'm already aware that I have stuff. When I see I need to do a canning session, I don't have to go, oh, I've got to go to the store and buy chicken. Maybe it's not on sale. Maybe you know, I've got to wait 3 weeks before it comes on sale. I've already got it, and I got it for 99 cents a pound. So I'm going to relabel these bags since I did it backwards, and I'm going to put 99 cents a pound so I know that's what I paid for it. All right. I can't wait to see you next time. It's been such a great journey, and I appreciate all of you. If you're not a subscriber, you need to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to have a more close relationship, hit the join button down below as well. And what else? Oh, I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. I also am on Instagram and Pinterest, and you can find all this stuff. All right.